Hey, there we are. We are live. My name is Scott White. I host Beer Geek Beer Reviews. Tonight is a special little rant and rave or BS session with my good buddy Dave Coulter. Um, this is going to be an exclaimer right here. There will be profanity. There will be sensitive subjects to others. Maybe, you might get offended kind of subjects. So therefore, I will let you know that now. And if you do not want to watch or you do not want to listen, please click off of the video now.
No doubt.
2, 1, here the fuck we go. So, hey, my buddy Dave, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing excellent, Scott. Thanks for having me in on this little chat tonight. What's on your mind tonight?
Oh, my mind is filled with the glorious days of revolution and liberty. But with that said, have you heard any information pertaining to, global destruction or global takeover recently?
Yeah, every day, man. There's hotheads every day in the world, Scott. That's a hot topic. What did you hear recently?
Well, I don't know where to start. Let's start right here. I have watched many of videos with one ex-congressman. You may know his son is running for president.
Oh, okay. Names. Okay, yeah.
I'll say that as of right now because we don't want to add in any disclaimers and get in trouble for, maybe ruining his chances.
Yeah, you got to be careful these days.
Right.
But we all know who we're talking about.
Right. Well, he did a video and it was on this, click a link to view. That I had seen, and he went on and on about the coming days of the dollar bill not going to mean a damn thing.
Could be. I might have to agree with that.
Because of the fact that he said that he has went ahead throughout Congress and throughout the Capitol, he has disclaimed and has fought the industry back and forth on the housing crash, the financial devastation that we had seen in 2008. He had already predicted that, years before it actually happened and it came true. And he was letting people know now that he feels that the dollar bill is the next financial devastation. He feels that in the end, he said it's not if, it's when it will happen, is that we are going to face a financial devastation where our money is not going to mean a damn thing. It's going to mean nothing. I'm like, okay, so I can wipe my ass with my money. So
you don't agree with this, or?
Oh, I totally agree with it because of the fact that, I see financial devastation all over the world nowadays because, take Greece, for example. Greece recently had that they've pretty much gone bankrupt. I have also heard today that they are looking forward or looking towards another how do I want to say this, another substantial, or trying to find another substantial form of currency, and they are also considering Bitcoin as a form of currency. I'm kind of on the border with Bitcoin, only because of the fact that I being into computers myself, I damn well know that anything electronical can be hacked.
Okay.
Do you have any feelings on, kind of like that subject?
Well, are you talking about what? Greece and Bitcoin? Is that what you want to talk about?
Right. I'm leading off with this because of the fact that it was kind of announced earlier that I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. I think it was their financial advisor that had warned them about the coming crash and bankruptcy, and they ignored him, and he left office right after this had happened.
Greece is not the first country to be in a financial crisis. There have been many countries throughout South America and Europe who have been in financial crisis for a number of years. And this is not the first time that Greece has been in a financial crisis. So I think it's all overblown, and the media does a great job at overblowing fucking stories. And fuck it, man. You know, I don't think that's going to impact the United States. If you're talking about the United States dollar, I'd be more worried about those snakes in the grass over in China. You know, the motherfuckers who.
Thank you for mentioning China. That's where I'll lead off next.
I made a rant earlier today about Takata. It was a Japanese company, and they did fine all the way until they expanded into China. Once they went into fucking China, it got all fucked up because China really doesn't give a fuck about anything. I mean, if you think about it for a minute, Scott, China holds $3 billion worth of, $3 trillion worth of debt in the United States. $3 trillion is a lot of motherfucking money, my friend.
Right.
And they don't really give a fuck about us. We're a consumer society.
But it's not world spread yet, but China, their how do I want to say this? Their stock market just crashed.
Doesn't mean anything, though.
They are scrambling to try to fix it because they said that they have lost the equivalent of 15 Greases.
That's only on paper, though. That's only on fucking paper. China hasn't lost.
The problem is their bond system. It's all gone.
You think they give a fuck? Look, let's see if I can give you a good example. Say somebody takes out a fucking payday loan.
Okay.
And they don't fucking pay it back on time. What happens? Oh, nothing. Nothing happens.
Right.
All that
the only
happens,
thing that they're going to do is waste time trying to get your money.
interest continues to accrue.
Right.
And, you know, there's an old saying, Scott, and it holds very true. You can't get fucking blood from a stone. You can't. So what I'm trying to say here is China doesn't really give a fuck.
Well, no, I mean, you look at it, what do they hold? Like 2 million, 3 million people?
What do you mean?
China alone.
You mean the population?
Right.
It's in the billions, Scott.
Okay. But my thing is that it's all leading into how do I want to say this? They want to destroy our financial system and keep us focused on stupid issues. And by stupid issues, I will also lead in with what I was talking to you about off air. I had seen reports of children being told, you and I are no longer men. The wife, any other woman, is no longer a female. They're purple penguins.
Well, look at what's going on in the fucking United States, man. We got fucking 3-year-old boys and girls who say, hey, mommy, I don't think I should have a dick. I should have a fucking pussy. You see, how can the fucking world have any respect for us, brother?
There it is. And that's the same reason why they're being told. Boys are not boys, girls are not girls, because you're going to offend the transgenders.
Dude, I made a rant and rave. I don't know if you watched it a few weeks ago about there's this transgender couple. I forget what fucking state they live in. I want to say it's Colorado, but I'm not sure. They had 2 children. Now, think about what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
This was a man born as a woman, and this is a woman born as a man. They got together, and they conceived 2 fucking kids. Okay. Oh, that's a fucking Frankenstein movie right there. But listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay, go ahead.
The fucking 2 kids that they had a boy and a girl. And you know what happened, right? The boy says he wants to be a girl, and the girl says she wants to be a boy. And they're fucking 3 and 4 years old, and the fucking parents allowed it.
Well, I think, you know.
You know what?
I still have the feeling that if that becomes, in their household, that's their business. But anywhere else in the world,
Dude,
I still feel, this is my opinion only. I am not digressing against how others feel. But in my opinion, that is a mental disease.
you know what? It won't become reality unless it hits home in your household.
Right.
Your little boy comes home one day and says, Daddy, I'm confused. I think I should have been born a little girl.
And first places that I'm going to start looking is the schools and the doctors, because
Right. Now, oh, fuck. Because, and I'm not picking on you by any means.
Right.
So don't get me wrong. But, fucking people always say, well, that can't happen to me. Well, that doesn't happen here. Fuck.
That's just like the people at work. When I keep sitting there, I throw out little tidbits of information that I hear, whether people want to hear it or not, because that's who I am. I'm one of those 3%ers that like to spread information when I hear it. If I have seen many of backing of the story. If I just see something, I'm just like, okay, it could be false, because nothing on the internet is hardly true anymore.
This is true.
So I'm like, it could be just like social media just trying to spread a wildfire and trying to get us, hyped up, just like this fucking race war that we're having right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Anyway, I'll get on to that here in a minute, but
Me too, brother. I'll back you up on it.
but it's just like they're nitpicking and throwing out little morsels of like this stupid little shit that they want us to grab a hold of and keep on, so we don't see the real picture that's going on behind the story. I mean, that's like Fox Media. It's just like they're so fucked up and so stupid that they're throwing out little, tidbits of information and stories that they just want everybody to believe in. So you're not paying attention to, real shit.
Speaking of Fox Media for just a second, Donald Trump put fucking Fox Media in their fucking place. What's that guy's name? Bill. What the fuck's his name? You know what I'm talking about? Bill somebody?
Oh, who are you talking about? Is he for Fox News?
Yeah, he used to actually work right here in Cleveland. He used to work for one of our local stations, and then he fucking went to Fox. He's grilling fucking
Are we talking about Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah, thank you. Bill O'Reilly. He's grilling fucking Trump the other day, right? And Trump, and fucking, I don't know if you ever watched Bill O'Reilly, but he's a nonstop chatterbox.
Yeah.
He doesn't, he'll ask a question and he won't give you a chance to respond. He's just like, yakety. I mean, you like won't pow in the fucking face. But fucking Trump put him in his fucking place. Trump talked over the top of him and Bill was like speechless. It was priceless. I was fucking good.
I'm going to throw this out there. I do know that there are a lot of, Trump supporters. He is actually really high in the polls right now.
Oh, he's number one.
Right.
Number one. He's number one.
Guess who's next in line? Did you see who's next in line underneath him?
Jeb Bush.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sorry fucking day if we get another Bush in office. Sorry fucking day.
He went ahead. He did this. I think it was in New Jersey the other day that I seen this. He did this speech and he went on record later on to say the American workers. He has a plan for our economy to pick back up per se, because he feels that the American workers aren't working enough. And then he goes on to recant his commentary and specifically state that, part-time employees need to find full-time work. Well, don't you think that they would have found full-time work unless they were, dedicated and needed only a part-time job?
I think I'd rather be on the government cheese.
No, don't get me started on fucking welfare.
It pays better, man.
Well, yeah, because of the fact that you can get welfare to pay for a house, to pay for boob jobs, to pay for makeup, to pay for your looks, to pay for your car, to get them to pay for your clothes, Oh, I'm depressed. I need a boob job. Go ahead.
Uh,
Yeah, what the fuck,
I
Eric?
don't know about all that shit, but I need some fucking free Medicaid and shit, man. You know. Hey, I just had a $42,000 operation, man. Where can I sign up to get
Well,
that?
that's the difference. Is
Hey,
that
dude, you're shaking your camera a little bit there.
my bad, my bad. But
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know. Hey, what's in your glass tonight, man?
oh, in my glass tonight, I will actually show you the bottle. I still have I still have one left sitting here that I had empty. This is Evil Twins Brewing Company. I love you with my stout.
Oh, did you make a review of that?
I have a review of it, I believe. If I do not, guess what? I actually have more.
Actually, in my glass, in my chilled, I gotta keep it cold, man. This is a Chill Wave double IPA from Great Lakes Brewing Company. It was brewed back in March, and it's still kicking my ass.
Well, see, that's what not to get off on our little rant and rave here, but I tend to use Best Buy dates or drink by dates, kind of like the rest of food. I mean, it's not going to go bad per se, but it's going to start losing the hops, so therefore it's still drinkable.
Oh yeah, dude, where you got that camera stationed at?
I actually have it stationed right here on my speaker.
Because we're kind of like
Little bit, you know, me picking.
I think you must be leaning on the table or something.
I am. Because if I sit back in my chair, I happen to be way back here.
I think Scott's had a couple tonight. What'd you do tonight, Scott? Where were you, man? Where you been?
I went to Kent, and I went to my favorite beer bar up there, 101 bottles of beer on the wall. I
love that fucking place, man. If it wasn't so fucking far away, I'd be there more often.
I actually had another one of Thirsty Dog's barrel-aged beers. It was their Doppelbock aged in cognac barrels, coming in at 10.5%. And then right after that, I had Great Lake Brewing Company's Blackout Stout.
Oh no shit! They got Blackout Stout on tap?
They did.
Oh shit! I wonder where they got that at.
I don't know. I didn't care. I was like, "Ooh, Great Lakes Blackout Stout. I'll take it."
Barrel aged, or was that just the Blackout?
Just the regular.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, if that was barrel aged, man, I'm coming down there tomorrow.
I wish. I really wish. That's one of the things that I said on my Untapped app when I posted it up. I said I've never had the barrel aged version because it's so hard to get.
Yeah, you gotta be there the day it's tapped, or you can forget it, man.
They release it in bottles, but you actually have to be there, and you know, one of the first people in line to be able to pick up I think it's either released in single bottles or a 4-pack.
I was actually there 2 years ago at the brewery. I was the second person in line, and they had a limit of 1 4-pack, and that sucked. Oh, that sucked.
It really does. I mean,
but and I've said that before. You know, in a capitalistic society, you should be able to buy what you want.
Right. But
well, anyway, back to this rant and rave. What the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about, okay, transgender. What else you want to talk about?
Well, I did see reports that they are telling parents not to let their children, number one, go into doctor offices alone with any physician. Because
that's a good fucking idea, because we got a lot of fucking whack-ass physicians in the world.
Right. But the physicians are now pulling this psychological bullshit on. They're targeting 5-year-olds through 10-year-olds. And they're specifically taking him in. Oh, we need to talk to your child alone, or oh, well, we'll bring him right back. We're just going to weigh him and whatnot. But there have been reports of these children coming back to their parents and saying, "Mommy, why did they ask me?" or "Daddy, why did they ask me if I wanted to be a boy or a girl or a boy?" So they're doing this psychological bullshit on our children to get this transgender shit going on more.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. I made 2 videos on that, and My feelings are very clear.
Well, and to top it off, I've also heard that the school systems not only are teaching what I said earlier about the purple penguin bullshit, but they're also sitting there asking these children, how do you touch yourself?
What?
How do you pleasure yourself?
How old are these kids?
Again, they're targeting grade schoolers.
They ask your son some shit like that?
If they ever ask my son something like that, I'm either going to go, number one, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out, or two, I'm definitely going to file a suit and a petition to have that teacher taken out of the society.
So how do you know this? How do you know that these things are happening? Where'd you hear this at?
I don't, I can't sit there and specifically say that this site holds 100% information, because nobody holds 100% information. But I do get a lot of tidbits from InfoWars.
I don't know, Scott. You know what? I'm not saying that you're wrong or you're right, but you know what you said at the outset, you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Right.
I can't believe that school administrators will allow this to go on.
It's part of their earlier sex education, because these kids need to know.
You know what? Some kid is going to come home and tell mommy and daddy, say, and they go tell them this shit, and they're going to fucking explode, dude. I mean, I don't think that's. I think that's just a bunch of bullshit, right?
A lot of the places in California are already starting to teach younger children about sex education.
Well, they got no business talking about if you should have a penis or a vagina.
Are you really going to start showing 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds vaginal diseases?
They got no business talking about whether you should have a fucking penis or a vagina and how you pleasure yourself. That's off limits. That's bullshit. I don't believe that, Scott. I got to disagree with that fucking story. I just do.
Okay. And my next story holds a lot of merit, because of the fact that I believe that a lot of these ROTC soldiers should actually hold this camp accountable for forcing them to participate in this event.
Yeah, what the fuck is the story? Yeah, you were telling me about this before. What the fuck? What's the story with this now?
University Army, ROTC, out of Arizona, forced their ROTC recruits to march in high heels, red high heels, for feminism.
Do you have that up there on the web? Are you reading that from the?
And
where was this at? Where was this at, Scott?
This was in Arizona. It was called the Temple University Army ROTC.
And when did this happen? Today?
Let's see. When did this actually take place? It actually took place in April. It's all over the internet now. You also have soldiers in their military gear, even in their green socks, wearing red high heels.
Interesting.
Cadets put on their favorite pair of high heels and marched in Temple's Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event to raise awareness of sexual assault against women.
Sexual assault. Okay.
But I feel that if you did not want to, because I will put that little disclaimer there that you can't believe everything that you hear on the internet or on TV. There was reports that some recruits were kind of forced into this, or forced to kind of comply or to compete in this little event. I don't know if that is true. I do not know if it is false. But I feel you should not have to endure any kind of discipline if you said no. I don't want to do this because this is, kind of wrong in a sense. I don't wear heels. I do not have the need or feeling that I want to do this. I mean, I support this, the cause, I truly do. But at the same time, I don't feel that anybody should have to be forced, especially our military men and women, or especially men, because it's kind of making a mockery of our soldiers in a sense, that you're going and marching in heels.
Private White, are you trying to offend me?
Right.
All right, what's the next rant on the agenda? Man, we gotta get some. I thought this could be a rant rave. This is a bunch of bullshit. We gotta have some rants in here.
Rants. Rants. Okay.
Stop leaning on that goddamn desk, too, man. Nobody's gonna be able to see this because it's all up and down, man. It's like you're fucking Nicki Minaj or something.
There it is. Oh God, don't mention Nicki, man. Whoop. Anyway, just big issues with me. I mean, one thing that I was happy about is that I was kind of at the beginning. Remember when I went to Massachusetts?
I do.
And then I came home. The day that I came home, I was contacted by a representative, or the representative himself, on Ohio's House Bill. I believe it's 26 now. It got reintroduced. It's for the Ohio raise the Ohio alcohol limit in beer. Now, I was called to actually either come down or talk on the phone to help represent this bill, and I kind of was like, oh, dude, seriously, I'm at work. I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this, because they held it at I believe it was 2:00, and I did hear that it did play very well. It's got very many backers, and I just wanted to give in some insight into, hey, it's doing well, but at this point, it's kind of at a standstill because they're now on vacation and they won't be back until, I think they said late September, beginning of November, to talk about it again. So hopefully that it picks up steam again. Therefore, it can get passed by the end of the year, because as soon as it gets passed, it goes to law, and then all the brewers can start brewing beer for the next year.
Dude, I wanted to hear some rants. This is not a rant. This is what? Come on, man. What? A rant. A rant.
You want a rant? Come down to freaking Warren, Ohio. It's a piece of shit. I'm sick and tired of fucking.
They're going to raise the alcohol by volume in Ohio. That's not a rant. Hey, we're all happy about that.
I said I was giving at least a tidbit of good information.
Let's talk about something that's all fucked up.
Housing industry, government, welfare.
Expand on that. Come on.
Expand on that. Okay. Housing industry is going down.
Yeah. What do you want to rant about that?
It's pretty much going to go under again.
Let's talk about welfare. That'd be a better rant.
Okay. You want to talk about welfare? We can talk about welfare.
Rant everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Number one, you know damn well that it was not to be made to live on. Okay.
I can't tell. I just went to Walmart today. I can't tell.
Now, what did you see at Walmart?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This big fat, oh my God. Yeah, bro, I couldn't even put my hands across her ass. Not that I would want to. She had 4 fucking kids, and they had 2 goddamn shopping carts stacked as high as they could fucking go. And she went up there and swiped her goddamn food stamp card for $700, brother. What? How the fuck do you get $700 worth of food stamps? How?
Hold up, time out. $700?
$703 and change. I'll never forget it. It was 6:30 in the morning, dude.
I know this girl. She works 40 hours a week. She got 3 kids. She on her own. She only getting like $88 a month for food.
That's because she works, dude. Apparently, this fat bitch sits at home and has sex and has kids.
She must be doing something with the welfare office. I'm telling you what.
You know what? In all fairness, maybe she had some benefits left over from last month. I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
All I fucking know is it was 7:03 plus change, and she swiped her card, and the lady said, "Have a nice day."
Well, of course. I mean, they're still getting paid. What do they care?
Yeah, but dude, that's you weren't there. That fucking cart was. It took 2 kids to push the fucking cart.
Maybe that's why she brought her kids along.
Should have followed them out to the fucking parking lot. Probably had an Escalade, you know?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, that's what I'm normally used to seeing around here.
Her ass was so.
Oh, God.
Look, I don't think I could. I don't think I could fucking get my arm span. You got to have LeBron James or something. You got to have a professional athlete. Yeah, you got to have a fucking wingspan of about 8 feet to get it around her ass.
I bet her ass said forgiveness.
I'm trying to figure out how this guy fucked her, and then I'm thinking, probably put some 2x4s over there so he wouldn't fall in. You know what I mean?
Whew, there goes the powder.
Whoop, there it is. There it is. Must have had a big fucking dick to get in there, boy. I'm telling you. Woo! You know, big girls need love too, just not from me.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, I
Just
don't
not from
digress. I do digress. I mean, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever you are, I don't digress. You need loving too.
Oh, I don't discriminate when it comes to love. I just don't like those big fucking women. I don't care what color.
I just don't like people that it's just, oh my God. I don't like people that just sit there and think that they can get shit for free.
My ex-girlfriend, not the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
She used to say, "Yeah, with those big girls, you gotta put vice grips in there and pull the fat up to see what."
Good God.
And I said, "Oh my God, if I got to do all that, I don't want it."
Oh, strap a
Now,
2x4
wait a
to your ass and
Without mentioning names, I said my ex-girlfriend. Now, the one you're thinking of actually sent me a text message today. We gotta do that on an off-air conversation. Bro.
Oh my good God! Oh, I swear to God, you did not reply, did you?
Yeah.
No, damn you, Dave. Anywho, we'll save that for later. Anyway,
fucking blowjob is hard to turn. That's good for at least a blowjob.
Anywho.
And I go over there and play with my pussy. The 4-legged kind,
Yeah, your cat that you post pictures of every day.
Yeah, my baby kitty cat.
That you go over there to play with the cat?
The pussy.
Oh, okay.
Not the cat, the pussy.
Okay. Which is
the 4-legged furry kind.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about that other. That's worth a blowjob, though.
No, it ain't even worth that. That bitch is
not. Yeah. Anyway, back to the rants and raves.
Right. Anywho, yeah, I'm just so sick and tired of lazy people, and I don't want to call them stupid people because there's not of course there's a lot of stupid people in the world, because if there wasn't, why would there be sheeps in the world? Anywho, I am so sick of lazy motherfuckers. I'll take this quote from Jeb Bush that he tried to recant about needing to work more hours to help our economy.
Who needs to work more hours?
He said the people need to work more hours, but then he recanted that statement to put it on the part-time workers. The part-time workers need to work full-time hours to help the economy.
I think they'd be happy to.
Right, if they could find the fucking work.
Fucking A.
There is hardly any work. What doesn't he understand? That, unless you're in a major city and have some kind of hookup or privileges, you're not going to find full-time work without a higher education. But higher education nowadays is not worth it, because you're going to be in debt even further than what you are nowadays. trying to pay back the higher education.
Oh, so you're saying it? Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that if you take out loans to further your education, it's not worth it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
What if you can get an education and have somebody else pay for it, though?
Henceforth, that's why Obama is trying to get that free education for your, I think, what do you say, your first year or your first 2 years?
First 2 years.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is a lot of employers have a reimbursement program.
I can't find them down here.
Well, the banks
Like I said, unless you go to a bigger city.
The banks that I worked at in the past all had reimbursement programs. Most of the employers that I'm familiar with have reimbursement programs.
Well, I mean, you work for a higher responsibility company than I do. I work for what you would call your local big time mom and pop place.
I got all my undergraduate education paid for by my employer. All you have to do is get a B or higher, and they pay for your classes.
Right.
The only thing I really paid for is my PhD. I had to pay for that out of my pocket.
Of course.
Everything else was paid for.
But take this for example. Look at some of the students that walk the hall. Now,
I'd rather not.
Do you think that they're really going to amount to shit when they're looking at the flyers and looking at the post on, social media? Hey, don't do this. You can do this, and you can actually get money for it because of the fact that you're going to school. But yet they don't pass. They don't do nothing. They just start doing it so they can get the financial funds.
Right.
So they can just dick off all year.
I found out in my experience, Scott, which has been almost 20 years, most of the students are there for the money, or because they have to be, because Bill Clinton passed that law back in, I think it was 1994, if I'm not mistaken, right around that time, where if you wanted to collect welfare, then you had to be pursuing a job or you had to be pursuing a degree.
Okay.
So a lot of students found out, well, hey, you know what? I can go to college and I can keep my welfare benefits and I can collect a Pell Grant.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So now that's cool. And most students stay in a 2-year college at least 4 years.
Okay.
And collect money. And at the end of the 4 years, if you haven't graduated or transferred, then you're cut off. But most students are smart enough to transfer. Some are, some not,
Okay, you'll have that. And that's why we have sheep.
You can collect that money almost indefinitely. I mean, you can collect that for almost 10 fucking years. And by the end of 10 years, if you don't have your shit together by then, maybe you'll have about 4 or 5 more fucking kids and you can, collect some more fucking money from somebody, shit. Because the United States is not going to allow children to suffer in abject poverty. We'll feed them, we'll clothe them, we'll give them a stipend every month. But what happens is the children don't get that shit. It goes right in the fucking skank's pocket, and that's what they are, skanks.
Well, see, that kind of like went right along with, as you say, whether or not you believe it or not. I mean, that's all up to the listeners, the readers, et cetera, et cetera. But along the lines of one of the stories that I was reading, it was like, there's so many chemicals in our water, in our food, in our medicines, in our whatever you want to call it. There's so many off-putting chemicals that we are not supposed to be consuming a large amount of that we do every day.
No doubt.
I mean, take GMOs. I mean, we're, what they say, diabetes is up 400%, cancer's up 300%. It's like we have cancer cells in our vaccines. We have GMOs out the ass now. Anything that we eat is just like all the vitamins, all the nutrition is being pushed out and it's substituted for governmental approved, whatever being put into it.
Why is that, Scott?
And because of the fact that they just want to get rid of us.
No.
It's not a lasting preservative. I'm going to tell you that.
They don't want to get rid of us. Dude,
One
one word.
Plans is to
One word.
go ahead.
Greed, dude. Greed. They want their fucking
One of
money.
the bigger plans for, I'll put it up like that, I'll just say that, is to sterilize the population.
Sterilize whose population? United States?
World and populace, to get rid of, in some form of way, humanity altogether. I mean,
Dude, that's pretty radical. And then what would happen?
end of days.
So who benefits from that?
Well, as of right now, nobody but the big bank systems.
Yeah, but if there's no people, how are they going to benefit, dude?
Nobody will.
That sounds pretty radical, dude.
I mean, we can even talk scripture here because of the fact that, I mean, even the Pope's sitting there saying that he wants a world economy.
I think we're going to have to go back to what you said originally when we started this broadcast about, back in, what did you say? Now, let me get this correct here. You said back in the, help me out. What did you say here? Back in the...
I go back as far as the revolution. What's up?
That's what you said. We need to go back to the revolutionary days. We need to go back to 1776 when women...
I'll take you further than that.
When women brewed beer. Women knew how to brew beer. And look, back in the 1700s, no man would marry a woman if she didn't know how to brew beer.
Correct, sir.
Now we need to go back to those days.
Well, remember when I was talking about the unspoken person?
Just go ahead and mention what the fuck. Might as well say the name.
The ex-congressman and his son running for.
Go ahead, say the name. Fuck it, man.
But what I'm saying is that
Say the name.
I try to keep those out. Anywho, he's even gone ahead and said the one thing that you need to keep close and keep intact is your liberty.
Quickly disappearing, my friend.
And that's what I try to rally up. That's what I try to stand for. That's what I try to get other people to stand for and realize is that we need to take back our liberty. We need to understand there's people out there that don't fucking know what the hell July 4th stood for.
Oh, no doubt. When Labor Day comes up,
you fucking kidding me.
They don't know what the fuck Memorial Day, July 4th, or Labor Day is. It's just a fucking day off from work, right?
Ah, damn, dude. That shit, I seen that shit on the fucking TV the one day and I started getting fucking pissed. I'm like, you serious that people in this country don't know what the fuck July 4th stood for?
That dickhead I don't like, but he's funny as fuck. Jimmy Kimmel went out on the streets of Hollywood and asked people, hey, that fucking shit cracks me up, dude.
But that shit pissed me off so bad. I'm like, how do you not know? But again, that's kind of a lack of our school systems because they don't really teach kids what the revolution was about.
Don't get started on fucking school systems. I see that fucking shit every day. I'm sick of it. Dude, I got 4 more years till I retire. I don't think I'm going to make it. I got to quit this fucking job. I'm going to have to quit this fucking job and get something else. I can't make it 4 more fucking years.
It's going down the shitter, dude.
Dude, when you don't know what fucking 2 + 2 is, and you're a fucking college student,
blame it on fluoride. That's what they're blaming
dude,
people.
I've taken money out of my fucking pocket, and I said, here we have $2, and here we have $2. Let's put it all together. How much money we got? Fucking Jeopardy music is playing, dude.
Oh, you got to be shitting me.
No. I said, how the fuck do you go to the wall? I actually got pissed at a lady one day and said, "How the fuck do you go shopping every goddamn day?" I shouldn't have said that, but I fucking did. You know.
Well, fuck 'em. If they don't know what $2 and $2 equals plus change, especially your taxes in your state, fuck them. I'm getting so sick of this shit. And another thing that I'm getting so sick of is this fucking shit that we're fucking having to, walk on fucking eggshells because of the fact that I'm going to fucking offend somebody. Well, fuck you.
Oh, well, I said that in my fucking rant earlier today.
It's starting to piss me off. I mean, I'm sorry. I got to walk on eggshells because of the fact that I'm going to offend somebody. If you're going to be offended, man, fucking go to fucking Guam. Go to fucking Canada. I don't give a shit. Just get the fuck out of here.
Here's what fucking pisses me off the most, though. You come to my fucking country, and you can't read.
Or if you're even born here. I'm sorry about that. If you
can't,
get the fuck out.
You can't read English, and you can't fucking speak English. Yet you get a driver's license. And you get a fucking job, dude. Excuse me. Oh man, went down the wrong pipe. When I went to Walmart today, these fuckers are back there in the goddamn cheese and egg section. I don't know what the fuck language they were speaking, but they're yakking, yakking, yak, yakking, yak. It wasn't Spanish. I recognize Spanish. And I said, "Motherfucker, speak English!" And they all stopped just like that. They understood what I fucking said.
Right.
And then when I left, they're right back. Yakking, yakking, yak. What the fuck? Man, I wanted to find a fucking manager and say, you know what? When you're at work, you should fucking speak English.
Well,
they might have been talking about me for all I know. I don't fucking care.
Use this as an example. You go to their country, any country. I'm not picking on anyone. I'm not pinpointing anyone.
Oh, yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Any other country, you got to learn their language, or you got to take this book and you got to say, oh, I need to know this word. I need to know this direction. Come here, knock on my fucking door. Guess what? I speak English. I don't speak any other fucking language. Learn.
Do you think that we would even be allowed to go to fucking someplace like China or Russia?
No.
They'd look at us like we're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but see, I applaud this nation because yes, we are supposedly the land of the free. And notice I said supposedly, the land of the free. Yeah, exactly, right here. What freedom do we have when our government? Yeah, when our government helps out all these other nations with their problems, but can't fucking fix their own. I mean, how many times do I have to see the fucking commercial on late night television? Feed these starving children. We got starving children over here too, dumbass. Fucking feed them. We got homeless vets. Fucking house them.
No doubt.
Fucking give them fucking work. They fought for your fucking country. Put them up. Give them a job. They're the first ones that should be in line for fucking welfare. Nobody else.
You're right about that, my friend.
I mean, that shit really fucking pisses me off. Somebody that fought for the country, and no matter what war it was. I mean, PTSD is a serious, considerable, situation. I mean, they can fucking flip out on anybody because of the fact that war is it's a horrible thing to have to deal with. But yet, those people are considered to be risks to the public, so we can't have them. Okay, you're missing an arm. You got another one? Oh, I can help you put bags in the cart. Just because of the fact that, excuse me, I'm not picking on anybody. I will say this now. Mexicans, blacks, whites that are not from America, any kind of immigrant, they feel that immigration is a form of cheap labor. So therefore, you're an immigrant. You're working to get your green card. Oh, let me pay you X amount of dollars to instead of paying the premium price. I'll give you X amount of dollars here to load buggies, to take them out, to pump gas, to clean floors and toilets, the windows and whatnot.
Who you talking about, Scott? Who you talking about?
I'm just talking in general. I mean, I see this shit all over the place down here. These Arab markets, the foreign help at like, you know, motel hotels. I mean, it's oblivious.
Hotel, motel, holiday.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Yeah,
there.
okay, yeah, okay.
I was gonna go there, but I didn't. It's just getting on my nerves now. It's like, you know, there is such a big population that needs work, that deserves work, and there's these people that are living for free, and it's just it just blows my mind that the people allow this.
Well, dude, there's always been inequities in society. You can't change that.
Well, no, you can't
Some
change
people-
inequity.
There's always gonna be people who know how to game the system, man. I'm not mad at them.
No, but the one thing that I am mad at is what we talked about earlier. I mean, welfare. I mean, it was never meant to work to live on. I mean, fucking kick them off. Do exactly what Maine's doing right now. Make them work for it.
You know, I go to work, and I see these books. They give away books every day. The library gives away books, and I got this book, 1996. It was the Time Life book, right? And it had an article in there. I can send it to you. It talked about how Clinton wanted to do away with welfare. Dude, this is almost 20 fucking years ago. This is an ongoing debate that's never gonna stop. Believe me, brother. Never. Entitlements. The politician who wants to cut entitlements will be cutting their own throat. You know what I mean? You're never going to be able to cut welfare. You can't cut SSI. You can't cut Social Security. No matter how fucking broke the system is, you can't cut those. Those are entitlements, and people think they are entitled to have money.
I don't agree with you to a certain extent with because I feel that it's only an entitlement because of the fact that it was not meant to work to live on. It was only meant to be kind of like a helping hand to get back on your feet. So therefore, I mean, I don't agree with you as an entitlement. It's a privilege.
Dude, it's fucking Congress's fault. It's the fucking Democrats.
I know. It's Congress's fault. It's the government's fault.
I'm a bleeding heart liberal, and I feel so sorry for everybody.
Yeah, that's the government. Yeah, right. That's fucking. They're aiding the sheep. They're hurting them.
Dude, it's not gonna stop. You know what? The only time it's gonna stop is what you said earlier in the conversation, when the American dollar ceases to have value.
It's coming. It's seriously coming, and I cannot wait for it to come to a certain extent.
The good news is I'll be dead and gone by then. You got to deal with it, and your kids got to deal with it. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean, whatever. We
I didn't do it.
Right.
I was here drinking my beer. I was minding my own fucking business. I have nothing to do with that dumb shit.
But
I bequeath all my riches to you.
the shit.
Come up and get it. Okay.
Trust me, I'll take care of your shit. But at the same time, it's just like these people just really they piss me off.
Oh yeah, I know.
And it's not that I'm getting pissed because why? I can't do it. I don't care if I can't do it. But you're part of the issue. You're part of the problem. If you can't take that you're part of the problem, get out. If you feel offended, get out. If you don't like the way that the Constitution is writ, that our Declaration of Independence was writ, that our amendments was writ, get the fuck out. Those were the 3 liberties that we were based on. If you can't take them, get out.
I agree. I say that in all my fucking rants.
I'm so sick of it. It's an ongoing. It's become an epidemic.
You don't like America? Get the fuck out of my goddamn country.
Now, I will say this because it's just a I feel the need to say this. I feel for the people that have lost their rebel flag.
Oh, me too.
Only because of the fact of history. It was a big point in history. I believe that it is a historical moment, that it is a historical representation. I do not believe in its people have made it a bad thing. They have made it represent racism. Not all people, just a select few and groups have made it represent racism, and it does not represent racism. It represents the Southern militia, the Southern I don't want to say this, the war of the North and the South. They had that flag to represent them. And if you don't like my history, fuck you. Get out.
Hey, Scott, I want to ask you a question without putting you on the spot, so don't feel any pressure on this.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you tell me why the Confederate flag was removed? Do you know the event that triggered that?
The event that triggered that?
Yes.
Wasn't it that black shooting?
Do you recall the young man's name?
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, and I'm not picking on you by any.
Right.
But I said that in my video that I made earlier today. I said, how many fucking people in America understand why that Confederate flag was taken down? Do they realize?
I don't even know the white person that shot him. I've seen his face. I've seen the black man's face, but I don't know either one of them. I know that it was a race thing.
The guy's name was Dylan Roof. He was 21 years old, and he used the N-word and said the N's are getting too much power and in this world, and they have to be dealt with. And he went into the church during Bible study, and he killed, I don't know, was it 7 people or 9 people? What? What's that?
I'm kind of doing the whole hold up a minute.
Okay.
But at the same time, how many videos, how many Facebooks, how many Instagrams, how many social medias, how many news posts and whatnot do we see the I will say this kind of nicely, the African American, blacks, Hispanics, whatnot, repenting against the white groups and saying whites must be punished, whites must be dealt with, whites must be killed, whites must be, etc., etc.
I'm missing your point, brother.
Who the fuck's coming to our aid? When the fuck do we have a white person march?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. No, well,
who's the white Al Sharpton?
Yeah, me. I'm
there
Al.
You go. Start. March.
Hallelujah, brother. Now, the only point I was trying to make, though, is that a lot of people have lost focus on why the flag came down. The tipping point was this asshole. Now, this guy had absolutely no fucking cause to go into a church and shoot those people. He's a coward. And I said that
medicine. He was mentally ill.
He's a fucking coward, though. Anybody that goes into a church, you don't go into a church and shoot people, dude.
No.
You want to shoot people. Not that I'm trying to make this a right or wrong thing, but if you want to shoot people, you don't go into a fucking church. Go into a fucking mall or something. But you shouldn't be doing that fucking shit in the first place, you crazy bastard.
Well, they had said that he was on some medication to get him off of drugs. I think it was like meth or something like that.
Yeah. Whatever. Man.
And he was on some kind of medication. But the FBI had went ahead and made a report that it was somebody, I don't know who, had said that there was a report that said that the FBI had let him or gave the authorization to sell a gun to this person, not doing a full extensive background check or something on him. And then they're going to make it all about guns. And that's another thing that pisses me off. Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Oh, my dude, you're right.
It's just like guns are an inanimate object. they cannot fire unless you pull that fucking trigger. So therefore, it is not the gun's fault. So fuck you. I'm going to keep my Second Amendment right. Fuck you. And it's the person that pulls the fucking trigger.
Dude, I know you're a lot younger than me, but you know Charlton Heston. Remember Charlton Heston?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a shame he passed away, man. But I love what he said when he was president of the NRA. He says, "From my cold, dead hands." And he made a big fist like this.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's got some cold, dead hands now, but I don't, you know?
Right. But that is just one of our, what they, as in the Sons of Liberty, I will say.
Those people, they.
That in that they had said that it is by our rights, our God-given rights, that we, the people, should hold our militant, should hold our arms against a tyrannous government. When the fuck are the people of the United States going to wake up and take back this fucking country?
Never, my friend. I predict, hopefully not in my lifetime, but I predict that we are going to have an all-out militia state.
Oh, I hear it every day over at her mom and dad's house because of the fact that there's a guy right next door. I mean, her mom and dad live on the borderline of Trumbull County, and the next door neighbor is in Portage County. And in his yard, he owns like X amount of acres. He has people come down, and he's a big shot, but he has people come down and they were shooting for fair, dude. You could hear semi-automatics, you could hear handguns, you could hear shotguns. I mean, it was just like an all-out war in his backyard with target practice.
That's one thing I don't miss about the country, man. I tell you, yeah, because the same shit where I lived. I mean, we had 42 acres. And right next door, we had this fucking guy. He was a fucking Aryan Nation skinhead. All fucking night, man. Like, you know, I'm kind of scared because those bullets travel a mile.
Right. I mean, unless they have something solid to stick into.
You know, I never let my cats outside. I was afraid they were going to get killed. It's fucking crazy.
Growing up, I had one cat that died, and it was an all-black cat.
And every time I'd see that guy, "Hey, brother, how you doing? Sig Heil."
Oh, Jesus, no.
Man, dude, yeah, okay. And I'd go, yeah, I'd give him the salute back.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Yeah, I didn't want any shit from this guy, man. Hey,
Well,
dude, there was only 3 people lived on the whole fucking road. I got to be cool with the guy, right?
I guess, yeah, okay.
I understand he went to prison. Now, I don't know what the fuck he did, but AR-15s all night long, man.
But that's just the shit that kills me. I mean, because this kid killed another man or a kid. I don't know how old this man was that he shot. But at the same time, it's just like this mentally ill patient gets a hold of evidently a gun, goes into a church, shoots 9 people, injures others. And now all of a sudden somebody somewhere is going to call for, oh, we need tighter gun control. No, fuck you. You need shackles on your inmates and mental institution patients.
Dude, that's just like when the attempted assassination on President Reagan, when Press Secretary Jim Brady got shot, and they outlawed all kinds of fucking guns, man. That's why I can't have a fucking Uzi now. You know what the fuck?
I mean, that's another thing. It's just like it leads me back to that conversation with the unknown person. He said that he even had a conversation about the fall of the dollar bill, and he even talked to. Who was it? He talked to, I believe it was, did he say Clinton and Reagan? I know he said Reagan for a fact, And when he asked Reagan, Reagan had stated that any financial system that is not backed by gold will fail.
Well, we haven't. Our financial system hasn't been backed by gold for a long time.
30 years.
I think more than that. Yeah, Fort Knox is the only real gold reserve that we have. I'm not sure how many dollars are in there, but it's nothing to cover our debt.
No, not even close. And most people say that it's owned by foreigners nowadays, anyways.
Hey, we've been a debtor nation for a long time. I
think we're up to $18 trillion right now.
Dude, that's the American way. That's the American way. If you can't buy, if you don't have money, you fucking what? Charge the fucking shit.
Yeah, fuck the con. If I could give any advice to people out there that may or may not be watching this, or may not actually see this little rant and review bullshit session, pull your money out of the banks. Fuck the big bank systems. Stuff it in your fucking pillowcase. Keep it under your mattress. Fuck them.
Dude, I'm gonna need some serious armory if I do that.
I would seriously. I mean, I'll send you a link. You can buy some body armor. I mean, get it,
dude, I'm gonna need a fucking M60 pointed right at the front door. Shit.
Yeah, well, whatever it happened has to. I mean, I'm willing to do whatever has to happen to, secure my liberty, to secure this what I believe that still could be a great nation. And I will go to any and all lengths if I have to continue this this dream. I'm feeding the child, as per se, on our. I don't know if it will be taught by the time he gets into 3rd or 4th or 5th grade. So therefore, I'm feeding him this knowledge now, and hopefully it sticks with him by the time that I'm gone, so he can carry it on to his children.
Dude, there's enough violence in the world. I've seen enough violence in my lifetime. I don't wish to see any more violence.
It's coming.
I don't wish to perpetrate any more violence, but I think it's definitely gonna come.
It'll come. I mean, it may not be in what you say your generation, but my generation, his generation, and or my oldest son's generation, or my youngest son's generation.
I'd like to live about another 25 years and just drift off into the sunset peacefully. You know what I mean?
That kind of reminds me of like Planet of the Apes.
Hey, yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, you didn't watch this video because I didn't post it yet. I was walking down the street the other day, just on my walk, because I'm still rehabilitating myself, right?
Right.
And this dude walked straight up into my face. I mean, like right in my fucking personal space, and says, "Hey, man, give me a cigarette."
Fuck
I said,
you.
I don't smoke, bro. And then he started to follow me. And he, I thought he was just walking the same way I was, right? And then when I crossed the fucking street and he crossed the street, I realized now he's not following me. So I stopped. I said, "Hey, dude, I don't have a fucking cigarette." "Well, how much money you got?" I said, "Hey, dude, don't fuck with me, all right? I'm just out for a walk. Now I'm waiting for the light to change, so I can cross the street." And he says, "No, man, I want your money." "What's in that bag?" Because I always carry a canvas bag, right?
Right.
Wait till you see my canvas bag one day. I'm going to show it to you.
Okay.
And I said, "Man, look, I fear no evil as I walk through the valley in the shadow of evil. I fear no evil because my rod and my staff, they comfort me."
Mine too, late at night.
And then he said, "What?" I said, "I fear no evil because thou art with me." And he fucking didn't know what to do. You know what? You put some Bible quotes on somebody and they're like, "What the fuck? I ain't fucking with
but
you."
if you show them your 45 at your hip, I guess they won't say nothing either.
Well, I got this canvas bag that I carry around. And most of the time, I got my 380 in there, my Walther PPK.
Okay, nice little pistol.
I got my collapsible baton, my stainless steel collapsible baton.
Nice.
So think about it. That's my rod and my staff.
Mm-hmm. Very, very nice.
But to put those Bible quotes on somebody, when I started doing that is after I watched Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Jesus.
with Sam Jackson. I started, yeah. And you know what? Speaking of Sam Jackson, I'm going to do one of those fucking things where he had his goatee all he had it like,
Twisted up.
Yeah, twisted up with his little gold piece on the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yep.
But,
nice.
Yeah. But I started every time I go out here, I put these Bible quotes on these guys. You're like, that motherfucker's crazy. Or I'll walk down the street and I'll start talking about stuff about the Bible. Nobody fucks with me.
It is permissible.
It works.
In Ohio, it is permissible, as long as it's visible, to walk down the street with your pistol on your hip. It is the open carry law, and it is permissible in Ohio.
But see, here's the thing. I understand all of that. And you can do that. But somebody's gonna call 911 and talk about there's some guy walking down the street with a gun.
All you have to do is give the police your identification and prove that you're a United States and Ohio State citizen.
And you know what? Because I'm white. Now here we go. You want to talk about white?
There it is. You said it.
You want to talk about white boys? Here you go. Because I'm white, and I'm an old white fart with white. Yeah, they'll let me go in like 2 seconds.
But that's just the thing. I mean, most people have been exercising their Second Amendment right nowadays. They have been walking the streets, recording themselves on YouTube, which is kind of fucking retarded. But at the same time, I mean, you're exercising your Second Amendment right and going up and viewing and letting people see that you are exercising your Second Amendment right with your gun on your hip or, on a sling on your back, and being able to walk the streets with your gun. Now, there are some people that are ignorant and do not want to give their information out, which is wrong, because the people of the police department want to know if you have a warrant, if you're dangerous, if the gun is loaded, if you're doing anything wrong. That's all they want to know. Now, if you can't comply with that, and if they arrest you, that's your own fucking fault.
I agree with what you said, Scott. I'll tell you what, I can think of about 4 or 5 states right off the top of my head where you could walk around with the gun completely exposed and nobody would think anything about it twice.
Right.
You got Arizona, you got Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming. People don't think twice about guns in those states. If you don't have a gun in those states, you would be in the minority.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just what gets me nowadays, is that people don't think of their what is called their God-given rights or the implemented rights of our founding fathers. And it's kind of annoying.
Now, you know what, I mentioned the word minority a minute ago. That's a word that a lot of people in America seem to avoid these days, but I embrace that word, baby. Let me talk. If you want to go someplace where all you're going to see is guys like this, go to Montana, baby, because guess what? 98.2% white. And guess what? I think you got about 0.6% Native American, and the rest are other, whatever the fuck those are, other.
But most of the nation here in America, the white people have become a minority.
Oh, well, that's because all the fucking other minorities are ganged up on us, bro. See, and I said that in my video tonight, too. See, I haven't posted that yet, so you haven't seen it. You know, when people used to talk about minorities, right away it went to blacks. That was it. That was the minority, blacks, right?
That is synonymous with black people now.
Now it was synonymous, right? Now we got all these other motherfuckers coming in and ganging up on us. We got the fucking, well, they like to be called Hispanic people or whatever the fuck. You know, I lived in fucking Florida for all those years, and you did too.
Right.
Fucking wherever they come from, they're fucking one big goddamn group called Hispanic. Doesn't matter if they come from Cuba or Mexico or fucking what the fuck?
Guam, Guatemala, whatever.
Yeah, and then you got the fucking other people. Yeah, you got these fucking Asian fucking people. Yeah, a whole group of fucking people. You know, it doesn't matter if they're from China, Japan, they're all fucking Asian, right?
Now it's the Chaldeans, the Arabs, the Islamics, the whatnot,
and don't you dare say anything bad about fucking people from the Arab countries, because if you do, you're a lousy cocksucker.
No, I'm an infidel.
And I'm not talking, and that's not coming from me. That's coming from the people of America. Oh, they're not all bad. I don't trust. You know what? A motherfucker walks down the street covered from head to toe, and I can't even see their eyes. I'm very wary of that motherfucker.
Right. I mean, what are they carrying under their shroud? What are they carrying under their hood?
Might have an AK-47 under there with a sawed off. I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows. It's okay. It's with your religion. Yeah. Well, guess what?
Dude,
my God, right gives you the chance to get a hold of a piece of steel, and guess what? Boom.
Dude, you cut the fucking stock off an AK-47 and you cut 4 or 5 inches off the barrel. That would be fit right down your leg, and you can shoot the fuck out of anybody, and nobody will know about it.
Right. Stick a potato on it.
Yeah, right. When you come up here, you're going to be so fucking shocked at how many of those fucking people you see up here. You'll be like, Jesus Christ, I want to go home.
Don't forget, I also lived in Detroit, so I know.
Yeah, Detroit, that's not really a city anymore. That's like a fucking war zone.
Tell me about it. It was a war zone when I was there.
You gotta get your fucking son out of there, man.
And he's miles out of there, so he's good.
He's out of there?
Yeah.
Oh, they living in the burbs?
They're living right outside. They're living in Redford now.
Oh, that's good, man. Because the fucking city's no place for anybody up there.
No.
Yeah. All right, what other? We're getting kind of late here, man. What else we gonna rant about?
Oh, what else do you want to rant about? I mean, I can keep going for hours, man.
Oh, I made my rants already.
But there's so much bullshit in the world that it's just like I don't know what to choose. I don't know what to pick. I don't know what to bitch about. Just like
we should have a rant earlier in the night so people can join in, because I don't think anybody's up this time of night.
We got one viewer right now.
Oh, who's with us?
I don't know. Let's see who's with us.
You want to join in?
Do we have the chat is live? Which person do we have viewing? If you would like to chime in and let us know who you are, or do you have any tidbits of information to add to this? I mean, maybe you can give us something else to rant and rave about. I will give this said person or the said viewer something to chime in about and see what they have to say.
Maybe they don't want to chime in. Have they left any comments?
Not as of yet. It says to all listed available comments. Let me put one up there. Let me say hello, viewer.
Sorry about that. I had to go get another beer. I didn't know we were gonna be this long, man. I can't have a rant and rave without a beer. Shit.
Oh, what beer do you have while this? We now have 2 viewers.
Great Lakes Chill Wave, baby.
Look at that. We have another viewer, and Dave has went and got another beer.
You got another viewer?
We have 2 viewers now.
Now we got 2 viewers.
Very nice.
I would like if somebody said something.
I welcome your tidbit of information. Go ahead, viewers. The chat is open if you want to enter your comments or tidbit of information.
They probably think we're two crazy white guys.
Yeah, that's why it keeps going from 1 to 2 to 2 to 1. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta. I guess you'll have to put some headphones on so we can do this earlier, man.
This between me and you and somebody else. I mean, we can actually get a real crowd going here.
There was actually a lot of people who expressed interest in doing a live chat with me, but I think we gotta do it. We gotta definitely do it a lot earlier.
Oh, it has to be done at least by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. Yeah, sure.
Hello, viewers. If you're viewing this and if you can see this live, please chime in on our chat system.
I talked about, on my rant earlier today, I talked about Takata Corporation. I think I told you about that off air.
Yeah, you started to.
Oh, fucking bastards. They don't want to have a victims compensation fund. You know, I mean, I think that's so fucked up. You got almost 51 million vehicles worldwide affected, and they don't want to compensate anybody. That's bullshit, man. That's like, I use the example of Ford versus Grimshaw back in 1972, where this stalled out Pinto on the freeway, and then this car comes up and slams into it, explodes in flames. The driver dies. A 13-year-old boy in there is disfigured and fucked up for life. And Ford says, well, you know what? It would be cheaper for us to litigate the cases rather than pay $8.50 and fix all the cars out there. Oh, fucking bastards, man. You see, corporations don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And all these people that died as a result of the defective airbags and all these people that were maimed and injured, Takata doesn't give a fuck. Made in China, baby. Made in China. Check you off. Love you long time. Okay, baby. Super cool. I mean, it's fucked up, though. It really is.
Do you remember what I was talking about doctors pushing the transgender on kids nowadays?
Yeah, that was some bullshit. I can't hardly believe that, Scott.
I will definitely post up this the link, and you can watch a video on. It says Alex Jones plays a special report from InfoWars report. Joe Big about doctors pushing a transgender or gender confusion on children, and then breaks down how this part of this is global plan.
Dude, just promise me one thing. If this happens to your son, please don't get physical, because you'll be arrested for assault and battery, or maybe felonious assault. And it's not worth the.
If this ever happens, I definitely do what is right to me and protest against it, and also, get legal advice against it.
Just don't take matters into your own hands, because I know how you are, and the first thing you're gonna want to do is like,
Yeah, right.
The legal route is the best route. Hit that motherfucker in the pocket, baby.
Right.
Because you know what? You hit a fucking person in the pocket, it hurts a lot more than hitting him in the jaw. Believe that.
There's a lot of times that I believe that I would not hit a person in the jaw or physically. I'm that type of person that if I get really retarded pissed, I'm the first person to say, okay, I will deal with you financially. I will deal with you out of pocket. I will deal with you with my attorney, with my lawyers, with any other way. Now, if that does not disarm you, now we have something to talk about.
You don't ever want to go that route, man. Believe me. the best thing to do is hit that bastard in the pocket. He or she will remember that for a long time, baby. They love you long time. Okay, yeah, okay. Here we go, baby. Oh, me love you good, honey. Oh, you suck a chrome off a trailer hitch. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, it's like the chrome off a Harley pipe, man. I tell you what.
Nicki Minaj loved me long time. Okay, yeah. Woo. Man, I'd last about 3 pumps on that. Bang, bang, bang.
Not even 3 pumps, dude.
Not even 3 pumps. You just like barely get it in, huh? Oh man, that ass is like ooh, boo,
But yeah, this is shit that's killing me nowadays, and that's what I wanted to get off my chest. Is because of the fact that things in the world, growing up. I mean, you, even a school, even you as a human being, has noticed such a big drastic change within the last 30 years. I mean, can you not say that you haven't noticed a radical change within the last 30 years?
your volume, man. Your audio.
I turned it way down.
Something going on though, man. I can't hear you.
Is it yours?
No.
Because right now my volume's off.
I heard something you said about 30 years. What was that all about?
I said within the last 30 years, they have not noticed a drastic change.
Just a change in what?
In society.
Oh fuck, man! Dude, shit. I talk about that all the time. I'm a historian. The fucking society is all fucked up. It changes continuously. I mean, you can look back in the '60s with the free sex, and in the '70s with the psychedelic and the drugs and shit, and into the '80s and the '90s, and then into the new millennium. I mean, the thing of it is, if you don't keep up with the flow, you get lost in the sauce, man. You're either gonna keep up with the flow and accept it, or you're just gonna be one of these fucking people like my mother, who's, oh my God, I just don't understand these people. Dude, you don't want to be like that. No, you don't really have to approve of what's going on today, but you definitely got to keep up with what's going on, especially with technology. If you get, if you get behind a little bit on technology, you might as well forget about it. I mean, it's like my grandmother. When she died, she didn't even know what a fucking ATM was. How could you not know what a fucking ATM is?
Right.
And my mother, paying bills online for her is, forget about it. So yeah, you got to keep up with technology. That's one thing I like about my students. They keep me abreast of what's going on. Abreast? Did I say abreast?
Oh God.
Abreast. Nicki Minaj's breasts.
Oh God.
Dude, I saw this fucking glassware. Maybe you saw it too. It was on Facebook the other night with 2 breasts. It was a wheat beer glass with 2 breasts. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
You suck on those nipples all night long. So our people are still out there and they're not saying nothing, man. Fuck them.
But we have 3 viewers now.
Oh shit.
We have 3 viewers in our review.
Maybe we're getting those people from over.
Viewers,
we're getting those. I think we're getting those European viewers, man, because it's like 5 o'clock over there now. Hey, Stuart, are you out there?
I'm pretty sure I know one.
What the fuck, man? Speak up, biatch. Jay and Maria. And Jeff.
Way past Jeff Baston.
That's a threesome right there. Ooh, man. I wonder if we can make any money on that video. Jeff probably got fucking balls like this, but a dick real short. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to speculate on that.
No.
That's hard to picture, isn't it? Well, dude, I guess if we're done, we ain't got nothing else to bullshit about. We might as well get off here.
Our viewers aren't helping us out. Nobody's typing anything. I guess we'll. I guess we could call it an evening on live chat if you want to chat on and for a little bit, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Maybe if I pulled out my dick and took a piss in this cup, I'd get more viewers. That might be against FCC regulations.
It could possibly be. But with that said, I'll end the live view, and maybe our viewers will kind of want to chime in after views.
Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. You might as well go ahead and go off air, man.
Okay, go ahead. Do what you need to do, man. I'll go ahead and end this, and we'll find out what our viewers are doing. Peace, bro.